Hey, now welcome. You are listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I am your host, Lynn Richardson. It's WVON 1690 AM, the talk of Chicago, the voice of the nation, our favorite radio station. And we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and one dime at a time. And that means you. The harvest is here and the time is now. You know, I love saying that because someone said it to me and my harvest started to just overflow more abundantly than I could have ever imagined. So I love you so much that I have to say it to you each and every time. An example of that, we've been talking about dreaming, how to dream. And I want to talk about living in your dream and what that looks like and what it feels like. So I thought that the best person to help me in this discussion today is someone that you have not met yet, but you will get to know very soon, especially if you are working with me in one way or the other or in some capacity. And this is Dr. Katrina Pullum. She has so many degrees. I can't say them all. She's going to have to tell them all to you herself. But she is my armor bearer, business manager. She oversees all of the operations for my enterprises, many of them. I'm going to call it an empire at this point. All of the companies, Hip Hop Sisters Foundation, Sunny Girl, 3L Productions, Lynn Richardson, all of that stuff. If you want to get anything done, you have to go through us. You have to go through her. But guess what? She started out where you are. She came to the Wealth Experience in 2016. It's our annual event. We'll be telling you more about that later. And she came with the intent to go and hang out at the beach in Miami and ended up in classes all day, every day, crying, healing, being delivered and set free, and transforming her finances and the finances of her family. So without further ado, I have to welcome my sister and friend and partner in crime, but good crime. This is stuff we're doing good. We're killing the devil and we're killing poverty. That's what we're doing. Those are the crimes that we are committing. We are killing the enemy and we are killing poverty. So without further ado, welcome to the roundtable, Katrina Pullum. Dr. Trina, come on now.
Thank you so much. It is such an awesome pleasure to be here with you today. So, and especially on International Women's Day.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's great. It's great to be here.
Well, every day is International Women's Day. I'm going to say that because James Brown said it best. It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. So, therefore... I was watching an episode of The Real and Light was guest hosting and she said it in a different way, but I'm going to include my brothers in this. Yes, we need our strong brothers, but I'm just going to adhere to what my good friend, James Brown, even though I never met him, but in my head, he is my best friend. I remember going into surgery. I had to have a procedure. And the anesthesiologist and the surgeon asked me what did I want to listen to, or at least what music should be on, because of course I was going to have anesthesia and I was going to be under. And I said James Brown and Aretha Franklin. They said what? They said they had never had anybody request that. I'm like, do you operate on black people? Baby. I said, and all I know is I was on the table and I guess I went under to say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. And I was the only black person in the building. And they were just jamming and it was so wonderful. And needless to say, my procedure went so well. As a matter of fact, I did not have to take any, addictive medication because they put you on all this stuff, Vicodin and, Oxy and all of those things. They put you on those things after the procedure, and I only had to take my medication for one day, the day of the procedure. The next day, I didn't have any pain. I took it anyway just to make sure, but by day 3, I did not have to have anything at all. So that was very, very good. Which, by the way,
music is soothing. And
yes.
So for me to get in my zone and really work and do my thing, I have to always have my music on.
Now, I'm different in that way. I don't like music on in the car if I'm the one driving, because I need to focus on the road and all the crazy people honking their horns. And I think if I'm alone working, I'm okay with music. But if there are other people asking questions, it just kind of becomes a distraction for me. I like to listen to music when all I can do with that music is dance to it. But if I've got to like work and think and do numbers and stuff, I like silence better, because what happens for me with silence, I am actually creating at that time as well. But if I have music, it's almost like the music interrupts the space and I get into the music, which is great. But you know, to each his own. But I do love music, and I love me some James Brown, Aretha Franklin. I love me some stepping music, all of it. Even the people that they want to mute, I still love all of it. And I say y'all not muting all of these other criminals that's running around doing stuff to people. So don't try to mute my people. Let them serve their time. Let them pay for their crime. But can I still listen to the music, please? I'm not going to say the name, but I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I still like the music. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. But we are talking about, we're on a dream series. And Dr. Trina, can you just tell us how you got to know about the wealth experience? And then we will get to learn a little bit more about your story.
Okay. So how I got to learn about the wealth experience, I woke up one morning, it was a Saturday morning, scrolling through social media. I saw that one of my friends was going to be speaking at the wealth experience. So I did some research. I was like, well, let me see what this is about. And so I was going to come hang out at the beach, go support her, and do my thing. And when I looked at the rates, and it was like a few days before the payment was due. So it was in December, and Wealth Experience is in January. And so I talked to my husband about it, showed it to him, and he was like, I'm coming too. I'm like, but this is for women. And he was like, I'll come, I'll find something else, to do. So I paid on time, got everything.
Wait. So your husband was coming too. That is huge. Let's deal with that. The harvest is here and the time is now.
Give yourself the gift of wealth with no limits. Lynn Richardson and New Wealth University is giving 50% off on the Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program. The Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program will give you 2 full years of unlimited access to all of Lynn's online classes, books, boot camps, master classes, and webinars. So, give yourself the gift of wealth with no limits with 50% off on the Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program, available on lynnrichardson.com.
Okay, the harvest is here, the time is now, but with all of this, we have to take action. So the action of the day, Dr. Trina, why don't you help us out with that? What would you tell anybody who wants to live in their dream? What is the action of the hour? What is it that they should do right now?
I would say invest. Invest in your dreams. Invest in what it is that you want to do. Remember, sowing those seeds, and the manifestation will come. That's
wow.
Key.
And so invest might be take a class. Invest might mean go get a certification. Invest might mean offer your support to someone who needs it.
Invest might mean invest in your marketing.
Yes. Yes.
Go register your business. So many people have businesses or whatever it is. You have businesses, but you're not registered. Go register your business unless you are a home-based business.
Yeah.
But, you must start. Start now.
Don't turn that dial. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. WVON.
More of the Millionaires Roundtable coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I'm your host, Lynn Richardson, and we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and $1 at a time. And that means you. The harvest is here. The time is now. I will continue to say it because I think people are waiting for something, but it's already right here in your midst. I do this thing called the laws of abundance. And
I actually got it from Mike Murdoch, so I'm not going to act like I, did it myself. I heard it, and it really took root in my life. And the law of recognition says that everything that you need to get where you're trying to go is right there in your immediate presence, merely waiting on you to recognize it. It's just waiting on you to recognize it. I remember I was trying to find another stream of income. I was looking for a cash cow. I was looking for that thing that you could do. And you just put it out there and the people want it and it just brings in money. And I explored all kinds of things. Now, I was doing well, had other things going on, but I said, I need a cash cow. And I remember the day God said, you are the cash cow. I was like, me? I don't want to be the cash cow. I don't want to work like that. But the truth is, I was able to develop an online university, and people need the knowledge that it provides. And so it was right there in me, merely waiting on me to recognize it. So when the pandemic hit, I didn't have one class. I didn't have two classes. I had over 200 classes that people could take to learn everything from how to start a home-based business to how to invest in the stock market. So I think for you, Takesha, everything was there for you, merely waiting on you to recognize it. So what do you think? You said everything just happened. Tell us what that means.
So after I stated the intention, I would get what I call Godisms. So these are little downloads that they just pop in your head. They're not from me. So it was, okay, look up, transferring your CPA license to California. It was, what is it going to take to sell your house? What repairs or, things needed to be done? Making sure my business was able to support my new lifestyle here, because California is very different from Illinois in terms of, taxes and the cost of living. So really making sure that my business could sustain me, deciding if I even wanted to go full-time, part-time, get another job here. Like, what did that look like? And so as I started to work through the process, things just started to fall in place. Sold the house in, 48 hours, finding a new place.
Okay,
here.
wait. You can't just say that. She's saying it like, oh, I got some ice in my water. Hello? You sold your house in 48 hours. I need to understand what happened.
Yeah, so the realtor, we decided that we were going to put it on the market on Monday. Wednesday, she gave me this app to let people come in. And I said, I can't let people just come in. Where are we going to go? So I said, I'm going to check into a hotel on Friday. Sunday, we'll check out. And whatever, let whoever needs to come in, come in. When we checked out of the hotel on Sunday afternoon, I had over 50 offers.
50 offers from Friday to Sunday.
Friday to Sunday.
And so we chose the highest bidder.
Absolutely.
The highest bidder who wasn't crazy. Okay, so you got to check people out.
Yes.
And so what happened from there?
I had to enlist the kids to, now that my house was sold, I didn't think it was going to, happen that fast. Now we need a place to live in California. So I enlisted the kids. They love to Google, and they helped me do research on, downtown LA, Woodland Hills, Calabasas, all of these different areas. And here we are.
So here's the other part of this that I don't, people, you are a certified public accountant.
I am.
It is the one title I don't have and don't want. I refuse. I took accounting 101 and 102, 101 and 201 in college. I was like, I'll never do this for a living. Y'all want me to sit up here and make the columns add up? Oh, baby, I can't do that. Give me a calculus problem. So people who do accounting are very special, great, wonderful people. So to be able to not just be an accountant, but also to get the designation as certified public accountant, I don't know if people really understand. That's like being a lawyer. Like it comes with responsibility.
It does.
Great responsibility.
It does. A lot of people, in this industry, they always say, I want a CPA. And I have to remind people, No, sometimes you don't need a CPA. You don't need that level of expertise. You may need someone who does bookkeeping, or you may need someone who specializes in tax. It's just like a doctor. Just because you hold the CPA designation, they may specialize in audit, or they may specialize in, a different level of taxation. So, knowing who can help you in the financial industry is key. Don't just say you need a CPA, because sometimes you really don't. But also, we're held to higher standards. We are held to ethics, and we're held to making sure that what we're reporting is, accurate and ethical. And we're making sure that, the public trusts our opinion when we're giving it about the information that we're putting out to, whether it's a public company or a private company, that you can trust those numbers.
Okay. So there's a couple of things we got to talk about. Mm-hmm. All right. The first one, and I just want you to put a pin in this. There is a well-known former president whose CPAs have disconnected themselves from his financial information. We got to talk about that later.
Okay.
We got to put a pin in that, because I haven't even dealt with that yet.
Okay.
That is a big, big statement. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, you have been certifying his information for years and years and years and years. Now, all of a sudden, you're disconnecting yourself. We will talk about that. But what I want to understand now, or what I want the world to know now about you, is you are a CPA with a job where you get a W-2 and you live out your dream. And then you tell the job,
I'm leaving. Yes. One of the things when you do... Let me just start with this. The pandemic and this remote working has benefited a lot of accountants. We no longer have to be in the office. We can do a lot of our work
at home.
I
want you at home. Let me tell you why I want you at home. Because I want you punching the doggone keyboard instead of driving your car.
Yes, and most of us are, a little bit antisocial, introverts. So we like to be at home. The group setting, when you're in the middle of...
The group setting is upsetting.
Yeah.
The group setting is upsetting. And I know everybody thinks that I'm this personality. But really, I am quite the robot most of the time.
Yes.
And I like to be in my zone doing my thing.
Yes, and when you're dealing with numbers, you can be in the middle of trying to figure something out, and then you got a phone call, or a person needs a question answered, or, it's a lot of distractions, and one distraction can make everything go off, and now you got to start back from zero. So it allowed me to both run my business and do my 9 to 5. And so once I call it my 6 to 10.
Okay. So you had a 9 to 5 and a 6 to 10.
And a 6 to 10.
I hope y'all peep that. Because everybody who wants another business, a home-based business, want to get their money back, they're like, well, Dr. Lynn, where do you get the time? Snatch the time.
Oh, I had to put it just like if you want more income, you would go get another job. I decided to use my 6 to 10 in those designated hours as if I was going actually to another job. Yeah. So I come home from my 9 to 5, get dinner, get my son together, spend a little bit of time. Okay, we've had dinner together, and now it's business time.
You know what? Let me tell you, the harvest is here. The time is now. We are talking to Keisha Artist, and she has so much more to tell us.
Don't turn that dial. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. WVON.
More of the Millionaires Roundtable coming up on the Talk of Chicago. 1690 WVON.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I'm your host, Lynn Richardson, and we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and one dime at a time. And that means you.
All right. The harvest is here. The time is now. So you left your 9 to 5. We're talking to Keisha Artist, a CPA, a mother, and a dreamer extraordinaire, which means she's able to actually live out the dream that she sees for herself. And I'm going to say this, and then I want to hear more about what it is that you are. You're just amazing testimony. I was talking to MC Light, my sister, while we were on the set of the show that we just shot, and I remember, because she's like, Lynn, look at all of this that has happened to you. And when I came into the entertainment business, I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking to receive anything. I was looking to give. Mm-hmm. I was literally looking for a place to plant my talents because I have many. I know how to operate as a COO. I can do operations. I can be a CEO. I could do financial operations. I'm creative. I can help you with your video shoot. I can get your budget in order. Like, there were so many things. And working for her, or working with her and Russell Simmons, truly allowed me, the first time in my life, to expand and do what it is that I was created to do with no limits. Mm-hmm. Everywhere else, there were always either glass ceilings or brick ceiling. Like, we ain't gonna hack the ceiling from you. Listen, this is how high you can go. We don't care how smart you are, how smart you think you are, and this, that, and the other. And so we were at Michael Jordan's wedding, his second wedding, and it was in Florida. I think that's where we were, Florida, yeah. And it was the biggest outdoor tent that had ever been created. I think that's what they said. And so everybody went from inside to outside. They lifted up the tent, and I saw people looking at the stars at night. It was so beautiful. And I remember looking at everybody, and I thought, wow, what are they dreaming of? And in that moment, I was not dreaming of my own dreams. I was dreaming of other people's dreams. I looked at Light. I was like, wow, I want to help her achieve this dream. I was looking at someone else I know. Wow, I want them to achieve that dream. So when you live in your dream, then you get to help other people live out their dream. So here you were in corporate America with a big CPA job and well dependent upon. Really, they needed you, and you stepped out on faith. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so like I said, I created a 6 to 10, and the initial purpose behind it was because I would see so many small entrepreneurs submitting invoices or proposals or contracts that we just couldn't help them, pay, or they were submitting invoices with duplicates or the old school carbon copies. And I just really wanted to help them really make progress on helping them with their bookkeeping. And so when I decided to strike out on my own, I realized that a lot of entrepreneurs needed that help financially and also with their mindset as it relates to money. Mm-hmm. So when I decided to move here, one of the things that I made sure of was that my 6 to 10 could, like I said, sustain us. And so when I gave my notice, my boss at the time said, no, how can we make this work? And I wasn't even thinking of making them a client at the time.
Wow, you were gone.
I was just gone.
Wow.
And so it really worked out that I was able to keep them on as a client, because then I had that extra income that I didn't anticipate that I just saved. And one of the things that it's allowed me to do is I've already been doing it. So it's such easy, I'm not going to say easy money, but I know how to do it. I know how to do the processes because I created them. I know what I'm doing on a daily basis. Because
y'all see that little shade she threw? She know how to do it because she created them.
So I know. Yeah.
But honey, speak your language, honey. Pat yourself on the back, why don't you?
Yes,
I love it.
So I know how to do all of that. But what I was saying earlier is that being remote didn't change anything because we were already remote. And so the only process that I had to change was one day.
Meaning being remote from California didn't change you being remote in Chicago, because your remote is remote.
Remote is remote.
Let me tell you, I need everybody to understand something. Y'all need to leave the people who work well at home alone.
Yes.
Stop trying to make everybody come to the office because Junebug and whomever else.
It builds resentment.
And Tony or whoever it is, because they don't know how to be responsible at home, because they will not answer their phone. Mm-hmm. Get those people who demonstrate that they cannot handle the responsibility. More importantly, they can't do the job at home or at work.
Now who's throwing shade?
I'm just saying.
But it's true.
Yeah.
It definitely there was no transition period for us, really. So me being in Chicago or California didn't make a difference.
Wow.
So I was able to really live my dream.
So just be clear. So you said, I'm leaving. You sold your house. You've got your side business now become your main thing.
Mm-hmm.
You quit your 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, well, can we be your client too?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Because you ain't tell this part, because they asked you, when you said you were leaving, what did they ask you? They said, where are you going?
Where am I going? Yes.
And you said,
I'm starting my own business. I've started my own business, and my salary now is more than what you pay me.
oh my God.
My get this, my 6 to 10 was making more than my 9 to 5.
Yeah, and my 9 to 5, y'all want me to come in here every day. Now, I know that there are a lot of 9 to 5 people listening to this. I am not telling everybody to quit their jobs.
No.
I need everybody to understand that.
No.
I am not saying that. As a matter of fact, keep your job.
Keep
if
your
you
job.
can.
Yes.
Keep your job.
Yes.
Keep your 401k. Keep your
Yes.
benefits. Because I have a business and I need my employees.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is when you can no longer serve in excellence and truth, when you are ready, stay where you are with integrity. Stop lying and stealing, and then leave when it's time for you to go. You know what? The harvest is here, and the time is now. We're talking to Keisha Artist. She's going to tell us more. Hi, I'm financial expert Lynn Richardson. You may have seen me on Good Morning America, The Steve Harvey Show, or Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell. Guess what? Did you know you can get your money back if you hire your kids? You can get your money back if you go out to eat. You can get your money back if you go on a vacation. Well, guess what? In my book, Get Your Money Back, Tax Deductions You Never Know About, I'm going to teach you how you can get your money back with your home-based business legally, ethically, and all with the permission of the IRS. Just go to asklynn.org. The harvest is here and the time is now. It is your season to win. If you're trying to figure out how to make your dream become a reality, first you got to believe it. You got to believe the dream. Mm-hmm. Now, there were times when I got frustrated and didn't know when it would come to pass. There were times that I doubted. There were times when I was like, okay, am I doing the right thing? But the truth is, I could never quit. I could never quit. I could never stop aiming to be who it was that I saw. And who I saw, quite frankly, I was on a flight home from my corporate job, which I promptly quit. And they did not offer me anything. They didn't offer me, look, I don't curse on public people, places, and things. But they did not offer me anything. And it was okay. But I opened a magazine and I saw Get Your Money Right with Russell Simmons and Common and Jay-Z and Gabrielle Union and, Beyonce and all these folks. And I saw Susie Orman. And Susie Orman is a friend of this station. So I have nothing to say against her. But what I did know is that she could not talk to my people the way I could.
No.
She can't say the same thing.
No, not with your flavor.
It's no way. Well, flavor or not, if she says what I say, they're going to be like, now, they're going to say, now, hold on. Now, you ain't said the N word, but you have stepped out of bounds. So I can say the things to my people because I've been there, done that. I can laugh about it. And they can receive it because they know it's coming from a place that is not judgment. Mm-hmm. It is experience. And so I quit the job. And I struggled and I suffered. I had money saved, but then we had the economy crash in 2008. And I struggled. But when you see someone like yourself who's able to be patient, the Bible says, let patience have its perfect work, so you may be perfect and entire, lacking nothing. And we talk about this with our young adults who are in college, and they're experiencing all kind of delays. But let me tell you, you're learning patience right now. Mm-hmm. You're learning endurance right now. You're learning, because the truth is, your life is so good that you need a little disturbance. Ooh. You can text that to them. You can tell. We need a T-shirt.
We need a T-shirt. Yes.
Your life is so good that you need a little bit of disturbance to remind you who you are, whose you are, and where you are. You are here on earth. And I tell people all the time, when you're looking for perfection, go on ahead and die. Because in heaven is where it's perfect. Yeah. But here on earth, so I'm going to take the imperfection and the flaws. So here you are, you become their client, and now you are in LA and you are living out this thing that you did not plan. Mm-hmm. And that's called colliding into your dreams. Yeah. So what was that like for you? What has that been like for you?
It's been amazing. You have been a integral part in this. I definitely would not have had a lot of the experiences, the blessings that I've had without you unknowingly holding my hand.
Wow.
It's been great. You know, a lot of people are like, well, did you plan for this? Did you plan for this? And the answer is no. Faith doesn't allow you to plan for a lot of things.
Would you come on?
And even if you do plan,
yep,
the plan goes out of the window.
Yep.
So there wasn't a lot of plans, but I knew I had to be here. And a month after being here, the peace I got from just being here was unmatched. I've never felt that way. You know, Chicago's very on the go, but it's also very competitive and very constrictive. In California, it's very collaborative and just I always tell
the energy is great.
The energy is great.
And I love my city.
I do too.
I love both my cities. I love Chicago. I love LA. I love California. I love the vibe. I love being warm.
Amen.
In the winter.
Yes.
Without snow on top of my car.
Yes.
And having to worry about gloves and shoes and boots.
Snowshoes, yeah.
Snowshoes.
Snow removal.
Let me tell you, it just changes things. And we're not trying to brag, but we kind of are. But we still love y'all. We just love everybody, right?
Yeah, just from California.
Because, you know, we have, you know, listeners everywhere. But, you know, California and Chicago are really strong for the brand. But particularly what we're doing in LA is just so powerful. And what we're doing in Chicago is equally powerful. But no, I felt like I could no longer breathe. And what I say to people is, it doesn't matter where you are. For some people, they leave California and go someplace else. Mm-hmm. But when it is your season to move, the other law of abundance is it's not just about what you do, it's about where you're at.
Yes.
Because your provision is in your divine place. You know what? We got so much to deal with, and we're going to keep talking to Takesha.
Don't turn that dial. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. WVON.
More of the Millionaires Roundtable coming up on the Talk of Chicago. 1690 WVON.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I'm your host, Lynn Richardson, and we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and $1 at a time. And that means you.
The harvest is here. The time is now. I am living proof, and so is Takesha, artist. The law of place says where you are is just as important as who you are and what you are. And your provision is in your divine place. Where you're supposed to be is where you will find provision. Mm. And in the Bible, there were so many examples, but God told Abraham to basically pack up, leave, and go someplace. And there he found abundance. So you have certainly done that thing. I know your friends must think you as crazy as mine think I am. Mm-hmm. But they don't think I'm crazy anymore. Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a time. What is Lynn doing? Oh, she's writing on. Oh, baby, I bet you don't think I'm crazy now. I bet you don't think. So what would you say? Because you didn't just make that move and then get your employer to become your client because, you know, of some random thing. What would you say are the top 3 things someone should do if they want to maximize their opportunity at their job, but also live in their dream, in their side business, which may become their primary income?
I would definitely say setting that schedule. Like I said, it was my 6 to 10. I worked it faithfully as if I was going out to a regular job. Give yourself allowances that sometimes the laundry won't get done. You know, that grace. My son was a big supporter of, okay, well, you know, laundry needs your help with this. I need your help with that. Also, making sure that you do your money generating activities first. Make sure that you are trying to bring in the income. I know a lot of entrepreneurs focus on, you know, a lot of things that aren't bringing in the money because they think they're supposed to be doing these things like building a website and all of those things. But what are you doing to actually bring in revenue? I would say those 3 things, and then make your transition powerful. And it's not just about leaving your job or making them a client, but if you leave, what benefits are you giving up, and how making sure that your business now provides those.
Yeah. I think it's always great to be in a place where if you leave someplace, you can go back because you did it with integrity. You did it with class. You were highly regarded and highly respected. And in this day and age when we have income and equity disparities, not only between blacks and other groups, but between women and men, you are definitely proof in the pudding that if you put your best foot forward and you do the right things, that can be a positive experience for you. Everybody doesn't deal with discrimination. I know that it exists, but I've never allowed it to be my flagpole. And even if it did show up, it still did not become the thing that I hung on to.
Right.
And so I've chosen to use my energy in such a way that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So if you are trying to come at me with that, that's not going to be a good thing for you. But guess what? I'm going to use my energy in such a way that I can transcend beyond that. So we're excited. We got to talk about a lot of things because I think we're also trying to deal with relationships and life and parenting and so on and so forth. So it's always a blessing to have you, Takesha. I cannot wait to have you back. Everybody, the harvest is here and the time is now.
Financial expert Lynn Richardson. You may have seen me on Good Morning America giving financial advice. When you get my freedom package, you get the 21 days to financial freedom and how to start a home-based business. See you in class.
You know what? It's such a pleasure to be able to share a dream because a dream is something that God has given you that you are not sure if it can manifest, but it has been given to you. So what you see, I don't think people dream about bad things. I think people dream about good things. So it is a good thing if you are dreaming. It is a good thing if you are believing. It is a good thing if you are hoping. And it is a good thing if you are striving. What are you dreaming for? Are you dreaming for your next opportunity? Are you dreaming for freedom in your marriage? Are you dreaming for hope in your family? Are you dreaming for opportunities in your finances? Are you dreaming for expansion in your money? What is it that you are dreaming for? What I'm telling you is the dream is real. The harvest is here and the time is now. So wake up, speak up, talk up, and get up. I'm going to give you 5 steps towards accomplishing your dreams. Number 1, believe what it is that you feel, see, and or hear. Because sometimes we don't think that what we feel, see, or hear is real. But if you got it, it is yours. The first step is just to believe. The Bible says that all things are possible for those who believe. That's what it says. It says all things are possible. Do you think that anybody who has ever created anything actually knew that it would come to pass before they believed in it? Like, just go look outside at your car. Somebody believed that a car could be built. Someone believed that a phone, an iPhone, a Samsung, whatever it is that you have, even back in the day, the Nokia, the big old bag phones that we had back in the day in the 1990s, somebody believed that that was possible. And guess what? It came to pass. Somebody believed that a building was possible. Somebody believed that the shoes that you were wearing on your feet, somebody believed that it was possible. And guess what? It came to pass. Everything that has happened, that is here, that is working, was not working before it started to work. So guess what? Your dreams are no different than anybody else's. Your beliefs are no different than anybody else's. Your thoughts are no different than anybody else's. Your blessing is no different than anybody else's. So it is your season to believe. It is your season to dream. It is your season to then put into action the things that you see. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain so that the reader can run with it. And I've talked to many people who have achieved dreams, which I call miracles. Many, many folks who have achieved dreams, which I call miracles. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain so that the reader can run with it. Who is the reader? The reader might just be you. You might need to see your own dream on paper so that you can actually make it come to pass. There's a favorite saying that I have, and it simply says, thoughts disentangle themselves when they pass through your fingertips. That means the thought that's in your head really can't necessarily come to pass until it goes through another part of your body. Your head is not enough. Let it go through your body. Let it go through your fingertips. Let it go through your fingertips and let it land on a page so you can see what it is that God has for you. The harvest is here and the time is now. It is your season to win.
You have been listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I am your host, Lynn Richardson. It's WVON 1690 AM, the talk of Chicago, the voice of the nation, our favorite radio station. I want you to follow me on social media at Lynn Richardson. Follow this show at Lynn Millionaire. Go and get help at asklynn.org because I want to help you take it to the next level. Guess what? I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.